2 games, 1 point. What are your thoughts so far?
2 things. One, been happy with the way the girls have played, but then obviously disappointed with only 1 point, and particularly disappointed with the amount of the goals we conceded in the 2 games. But overall, there's more positives than negatives going forward.
Our 1 point actually came last game against Forest Green Rovers away. Almost had all 3. How gutting was it to concede right in the very last minute?
To be honest, it was, we got a 3-all, and away from home you'd say a valuable point. But to be honest, it felt like, immediately after the game it felt like a defeat. On reflection, a point away from home, like I say, the girls got 3 points away from home all last season. I did stress to them before the game that they could sort of equal that in one foul swoop. And we were just, like I say, 30 seconds away, so yeah, extremely disappointing, especially having a 2-goal lead in the first half.
It's 2 games in, and we now have our first cup game of the season against St Nicholas. They've actually had quite a decent little wager on the opening day of the season, a 4-1 win against Gloucester City. For a start, you know how to score goals away from home.
I was a little bit surprised when I saw the result, because St Nicholas finished bottom of that division last year and stayed up on a technicality. By all accounts though, Gloucester City are struggling a little bit. I spoke to a couple of people up at Forest Green Rovers, because obviously Gloucester City being right on their doorstep, and they are struggling a bit. So it was a little bit of, it wasn't a true reflection on St Nicholas. It was a more fact that Gloucester are struggling a little bit.
With this cup game coming up, is it something where you might want to, try new things out in an actual game, or is it going to be one of those prepare as you would for any other game and just try and win?
Cup games are very funny things, but for me, it's a case of just play the way we're normally playing. We've got some very hard league games to come after that, so I don't want to just change the way we're playing just for one game and then go back to a different formation or a different sort of plan for the next game. I'll just carry on the way we're going.
It's going to be another game without our regular captain, Katie, but how do you feel that Becky Atkins has been doing in the role as captain so far?
Yeah, Becky's done brilliant. Like I say, she's vice captain. She stepped into the role to the captaincy with Kate being away for 4 weeks, but she's doing brilliant. In particular, this particular weekend up at Forest Green Rovers, we had a centre half missing, and I asked Becky, would she go back into the back 4? I think she was a little bit reluctant sort of initially, but yeah, she stepped in and put in a captain's performance back there as well. So on and off the pitch, she's been everything I've asked for a captain.
It's kind of a case of 1 out, 1 in. Katie's gone, but we actually do have a new recruit with Jessie Jones, who's just joined out with us. Tell us a little bit about her.
Yeah, Jessie's a girl that sort of came through the Devon Away Centre of Excellence with a few of our girls, but Jessie's rather than come to us during the course of last season, she went to Yeovil in the Super League. She's an England under-17 international, and I got a phone call from one of the England coaches during the course of last week asking would we take her on loan, because with the England camps coming up and the England under-17, also the under-17 World Cup coming up, they wanted to get some more game time, so they've asked would we take her on loan for the rest of the season, so that she gets the valuable game time that she's going to need in preparation for the World Cup. So I'm more than happy to take her. She started fantastically well on Sunday, played in a slightly unfamiliar attacking midfield role, got herself a nice goal, and I'm just looking for good things from her for the rest of the season.